Good afternoon, everyone. I hope that you are doing well. I just wanted to welcome each one of you to week 2, benefits and assessments of play. So, just wanted to record this quick video just to go over your assignments for week 2. So, as always, with each week, you are going to have a lecture. And so, your lecture notes are there. You can print them at your leisure. They have resources and videos to help you with the content for the week. And then we have our discussion question. And so this week, our discussion question is going to be around observation and assessment during play. As early childhood educators, it is very important that we understand the role that observation and assessment play in early childhood education, and that we have to share these results with families. This is an indicator of where children are and where children need to be, and how we as a teacher are going to get them there. So, with this week's discussion, think about the prompts. So the first one is basically based on your level of understanding of assessments. Talk about how culture, age, personal bias might affect or impact proper assessment, observation, and documentation, and give examples for that. And then the second part is, describe what steps you would take as a professional in the field of early childhood to ensure that you are conducting proper observation and assessments during play. And so, is that making sure that you are, that you're organized, making sure that you have your objectives of what you should be looking for? Do you have a checklist? Do you have the materials that you need? Do you have pen and paper available? Is your tablet charged where you can record video, where you can take pictures? All of these things you need to think about, but then you need to think about, do you truly understand the observation and the assessment tool you're using? So all of those things. And then lastly, explain why it's crucial and critical for early childhood educators to use a variety of assessment and observation tools. Because as educators, you have to have a toolbox. I will talk about this throughout this course. You have to have a toolbox, and I want you guys to start building your toolbox. Some of you have been working with children for a while. Some of you are just starting out, but you need to have a toolbox, because what works for Johnny may not work for Susie. And so you need to figure out what's going to work for Susie, just like you did for Johnny. But make sure that you are an active participant in the discussion board, that you submit your initial post by Wednesday, January the 20th, and making sure that you respond to your classmates' post. And so I want to challenge you to ask clarifying, open-ended questions. Try to refrain from "good job," "I like what you said." Try to elaborate. Make it seem like a conversation, and just going back and forth with that individual. So, if you have questions about the discussion board, just reach out to me. And then we have our portfolio assignment. So you're going to start working on your portfolio assignment that you will submit at the end of the course. And so basically here on the screen, you see you have your lesson plan templates. This week, you are just going to share 2 activities that you have in mind for your lesson plan. You're going to share 2 ways that you're going to evaluate the children's learning in an early childhood classroom. And so when we think about evaluating children's learning, are you going to have the children write about it? Are you going to have the children tell you about it? Are you going to do grafting? How are you going to evaluate their learning once you've completed this project? How are you going to ensure that the objectives and the goals of your lesson plan were met? That's the important piece. So when you think about your lesson plan, think about the end in mind. All of that other stuff is good, but if the end, the evaluation piece is not met, then you have wasted your time. So you want to make sure that you truly think about the evaluation and let the evaluation guide you through your lesson plan process, because if you lead with your evaluation, how you're going to evaluate, that's going to help you create those steps, and you're going to be successful in the evaluation part. So I hope that makes sense. And then within the discussion board, you're going to respond to at least 2 peers. So in your response, address which activity you like and why, and offer an additional way to evaluate children's learning that they didn't list. So my goal and intention this week is to provide you with different examples of how you can evaluate children's learning, because I think this is a struggle for most people, and it's a part that's often missed. So I want you guys to be successful with your portfolio project. And then lastly, we have our week 2 quiz, which contains 10 multiple choice questions, true, false items, and you have 2 attempts and they're untimed. And so your grade will be based on the higher of the 2 attempts. So please note that each attempt may contain different questions. And so I just want you guys to know that I am here to support you. I do have office hours scheduled on Wednesday, so please reach out to me if you have any questions. So I will be posting this video for you guys to review. I hope you find it helpful, and I hope you guys have a great day and a wonderful week. Be blessed.